Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to some EVE Online. And in today's video I'm starting off here mining a little bit in the belt. The reason for that is I wanted to check my numbers on how much highsec an hour I make solo mining in my machina. The topic for today's videos is that I want to check out compression and the numbers on that. Compression was deployed with Cryos, and so now in a POS you can actually compress the ores even in highsec. It turns out that it's not actually done that much. The market for it doesn't have a lot of supply, and I've been able to unload all of my compressed ore very quickly. So let's not completely finish this cycle. Instead, let's go towards the POS that I have here, and I set everything up so that it's gonna be very easy to compare everything based on concentrated Veldspar, which I should probably start off by making a 1000 stack, which was the baseline that I chose. The reason for that is with Cryos the stacks have also been changed to 100 needed in order to either compress into one compressed concentrated Veldspar or to refine in a number of tritanium, which is determined by your skills. And so I've already done that in the POS, but yeah, let's say this is probably if you want to run a setup where you actually do compression or reprocessing. This is probably how you do it. You know, you'd be mining in a belt, and then you'd have a POS ready where you have both a refining array and a compression array available for you. So this 1000 concentrated Veldspar valued at 15.7 highsec, so 15,700 highsec for the entire stack. I refined 1000 here as well in my reprocessing array, and at my current skill level it means 3154 tritanium valued at 5.27 highsec and 16,600 in total, which is around 6% more than the base ore. So that's already not bad. It does give you an indication that if you can refine at good skills and it doesn't cost too much in the station, which I think you can decrease by having better reputations there, it can be worth it to refine it. You have like around 6% in margin to play around with, so that's not bad. But what I really wanted to show you is the comparison right here to compression in the compression array. And so 1000 concentrated Veldspar turns into 10 compressed concentrated Veldspar, and this is actually valued at 2180 highsec, valued in total at 21,800 highsec, and that is actually a 39% markup. So that is actually a surprising amount for Cryos, and this possibility being out for at least 2 other releases already. So this is not bad. This doesn't cost that much effort, and I think it's definitely worth it. Let me have a quick look as well. I will admit that other ores could have other margins, so for the rest of the calculation I'm going to work with a 30% increase in value. Let's say that across the board I do think it's realistic to suspect that 30% is something that apparently the market is willing to pay. I can unload all of my compressed Veldspar for 2100, so that's a little bit lower. I do like to undercut, but it always gets bought out in a few hours. And I really don't see any for sale even in Dodixie at the moment. So it's still a young market, but apparently not a lot of miners in highsec actually take advantage of this new possibility. So this is one part. You know, we already know that it's a lot better than refining here. I mean, a 6% markup compared to a 30% markup. I know what I would like to sell on the market, but let's also compare this to the effort it takes to have a POS. So over here, of course, I do have a medium POS. Let me see, show info. I do have a medium Galente tower which requires 20 fuel blocks, but you can very easily put these two up on a small POS as well, which is only 10 fuel per hour. And so 10 fuel per hour, I would value fuel at around 20,000 highsec. It's a little bit lower than that, so I'm really going to go for a worst case scenario here with lower margin on the compression and with a little bit more fuel cost than what it actually costs. So let's say around 200 ISK an hour. My mining activity right here in the Machina solo with no boosts is already at around 15 million ISK an hour, which means that a 30% increase in value for the ore that I've made here. So these 1.26 million that I've mined would actually be worth 30% more by compressing them. It gives me an extra 4.5 million ISK an hour. So that's obviously a lot more than 200 ISK that it costs to fuel a POS for an hour. And so on that basis, on the hourly basis, you're already looking at a very good situation. Now, to run a POS, a small POS for an entire month, it does cost 7,200 fuel, which is valued at around 144 million ISK. But if we take that markup of 4.5 million, that's 32 hours of mining over an entire month. So for a solo player to have this setup with a small tower, not a medium tower, and to actually make the compression activity worth it, he needs to be mining for more than 1 hour a day. But once you add more members to the corporation, because there are really no limitations to using this compression array, I mean 20 million cubic meters, I think there's plenty of room there to compress stuff and to get it out to the market. As soon as you come up with just 2 players in a corporation that would be using the compression array, you'd be looking at half an hour a day for them for mining. So, and this is actually pretty damn good, I think. It's an extra activity, that it's an extra possibility for the highsec industrialist and miner to get a little bit more profit, a little bit more bang for their buck. And if you organize in just a small group, I mean with 4 or 5 guys, it should be a no-brainer to actually put up a small POS with a compression array and to do your compression, because you're actually going to start making a lot of money after just 32 hours of mining. And if you can get 4 or 5 guys with a boost on a network like this, that's actually going to start to be a lot of ISK over the course of a month, or for every hour that you guys spend mining extra. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to show for this video here, guys. Just a little bit of mathematics to show you the economics of compression, and honestly they look really good. I was surprised how big the markup was. It's actually close to 40% for concentrated feldspar, and so I'm actually pretty sure that with some of the more specialized ones like dense feldspar or rich plagioclase, which are a lot more rare than like normal feldspar or concentrated feldspar, or maybe with like regional averages, you know, compressed pyroxeres is going to be extremely rare in Galente space. There's actually, I think, a lot of money to be made in compression at the moment. I'm not going all out in there, but almost anything that I mine, except if I know I want to make something specific, I do compress it, save up a little bit, bring it to the market, and it's actually a very, very good price that I'm getting for that. It's totally worth it, especially if you're like a mining corporation or just a few guys that do mine actively in EVE Online. I hope that this helps you. Yeah, 1 hour a day with a small POS and a compression array, and everything you do more than that, the compression array is actually going to start giving you 30% increase in value for the effort that you're spending in your mining. I think it's not bad at all, and definitely something to look into, because as I said, if you're a little bit bigger, a little bit more organized, you can also check out the market for different types of ores that are not locally available that much. I do think you can find a very lucrative business in that. Just want to show you guys this opportunity. This is part of the sandbox, the awesome economy that is actually created by the players. And if you're an industrial highsec corp, I would say check all of that out for yourself, and I think you'll come to the same conclusion. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.